Hey, it's Chris here with Shadetree America. Let's talk about Christmas coming up here pretty soon. Very soon. Less than a month away here. Let's talk about 10 items that, if you're a tool guy like me that buys a lot of tools all the time, that you may be able to buy and have a good excuse for. No particular order on these. We're just going to dive right in. If your significant other is having problems getting stuff out of the oven and having problems with burning their oven mitts all the time and stuff like that, you want to fix that, and maybe you can use these yourself in your garage. Boating gloves. Think about this. Oven mitts. Your hands are stuck like this, so you're just going like this. Gloves. Fingers articulate. These things are made for high heat options. Make sure you don't skimp out. Something cheap like this one at Track Supply, it's like a couple bucks. These things get hot fast. What really just keeps, is the leather inside of them. Those get hot fast. Something a little bit more money. It's not like these Lincoln Electrics, which I'm not sponsored by these guys. I've had these for years, and you can tell that there's some burn marks on it, but it's still holding up. Something you can use dual purpose. And a lot of this you're going to find. This is all going to be dual purpose stuff. So, another item. You tired of constantly trying to find the scissors and stuff, or you may need these tin snips, aviator snips, what are you going to call them? These things cut plastic pretty good. You got the holidays coming up, somebody buys you something in a plastic container, cut right across there. These things take a while to go dull too, and they're steel. I mean, these aren't no plastic handles. This is solid, all steel. You can always take them out and cut yourself a piece of metal, fix your car, or do that roofing job. Another item. This is another item you can use in the kitchen. Some of this is in the kitchen, some is not. Rubber mallet. This one you can tell I've used this for painting, but get yourself a nice clean mallet, put a bag around the head. Meat tenderizer right there all day. Meat tenderizer. Your spouse is going to cook you that nice steak, and they didn't buy the Delmonico or the porterhouse or that T-bone. They bought the ribeye. Ribeyes are pretty decent too, but what about if they bought a round steak? That thing's kind of rough. It's just about as tough as what old Jim Ross would call a $2 steak. Bam. Right there. Pound that sucker. That'll nice and flat. You need to take that. You can use rubber mallet. You can go get a dead blow. Dead blows are only a few bucks at Harbor Freight. Check them out. Put a bag on it. When you're done with it, take it out, pound your 10 posts in the summertime. There's another one. You having a hard time trying to light them candles? Hard to reach spot. Down those little cups. I always have problems with them myself. Torch. Why not? Take 1 pound propane tank. You got yourself a torch. I don't have my tank with me and stuff. Actually, my tank's actually heating me up with my little buddy heater. So, just use that. Reach down there, shut her off. Tell the spouse, you know what, that's a lot safer. And, of course, you want to spend that little extra money instead of just a nozzle. Buy yourself the auto lighting one. Spend that extra $5, $10. How about another thing? Ever have yourself a problem with, say, problems with plugins? Not enough plugins? Let's talk about this item. This is a drill. Well, this one's kind of dead. I mean, it's older than dirt. I think it's like 14, 15 years old. So, let's talk about this. You know you can use screwdriver bits in this. Drill bits. Drill bits have flat shanks. Some screwdriver bits, if you make them homemade, they have flat or round shanks. That'll go up to 3/8 of an inch inside of some of these, or 1/2 inch, whatever one you want to get. You can chuck up that beater right in there. You got a mixer right there. You got yourself multiple speeds. You got a reverse. Some of these nowadays, this thing's just so old and beat up, it doesn't have it. But high-low range. You want a new Makita drill? There you go. There's a good excuse. Always go for the Guster though. Get an extra couple sets of batteries. So I've featured some stuff before, back around September, I think it was, in a video that I bought before. It's another item you can use that has dual purpose. Saw, recip saw. You can buy scrub brushes for the ends of these and other various tools that you can tell that's special someone that I bought this with love for you to clean. Yeah, you'll probably end up going to a doghouse for it, but hey, all these, there's good possibilities. So you never know until you try. But I'm not responsible if you do. So another good excuse. This is an old master mechanic. I've had this thing for a long time. I can't even buy batteries for this anymore. So it pretty much sits in the cupboard. Maybe one of these days I can find an adapter for it or make an adapter. I don't know. So it's another item to think about too that you can maybe make an excuse to buy. How about if that other person needs a hairdryer? Or you want to dry your pet off, but be very careful when you use something like this. Yes, it's a leave vac. Make an excuse. Come on, this is what this is all about. Say it's a hairdryer, high-powered hairdryer. Put a pair of goggles on. Try blowing your hair out with that. Probably want to put earplugs in too. I don't want to see somebody going deaf over it. So, pretty much I've covered most everything that I have with me right now. Let's go with a couple extra things, and you're going to see them over here. Not that stuff. See, not that stuff. How about a temp gun? It's not only used to temperature, check your brake rotors or hot spots on something. Use it to check your water. Stuff like that. Check your pan heat before you touch it. For the love of God, you could even use it to play with the cat with that little laser light and a couple AAA batteries. Cat will love it. Dogs love it too. German Shepherd plays with it in the house. So that's another thing. Another item that you can maybe buy. And those things go, I've seen them at Tractor Supply for $10. I've seen them Harbor Freight, I think $15 or so, $20. The one I bought is, the one I have is a Radio Shack. It was $30-some, and that was after the going out of business sale in the area. So, how about another item? How about a shower curtain? You never know. Your shower curtain may rip. You may rip the ends right out of it. You're going to need an emergency shower curtain, or you're going to want to run 40 miles round trip if you're out in the woods. Or are you even going to want to go and run to the store whenever you stink and you need a shower anyway, and you don't want to get a bath, or you have a stand-up shower only? You know what you could use? A tarp. Yes, I said a tarp. They got eyelets. It's got ends. Just use the ends off the other one. Worst case scenario, zip tie it to the bar. There you go. You got yourself a shower curtain. And then whenever you're done with it, if you're done with it in there, use it working under a car. Or use it to store your firewood. Wherever you can do. This is just excuses to buy these guys. This is the last one. What happens if your vacuum blows up? You got somebody coming in here pretty soon to your house. You don't have time to run to the store to buy a vacuum. Brooms don't always work sucking up stuff. Why not buy yourself a wet dry vac? You know you want one. You know you want one for the workshop. You know you want one as a dust collector. You can tell her that you want it so you don't breathe in that dust and you can live longer. Well, maybe they don't want you to live longer, but that's a different story. That's not for this channel. Yeah, just tell them, hey, we'll get some attachments. We use it as like an old-fashioned pull-behind vacuum. The Electroluxes. Those things were awesome back in the day. In fact, I think I have one somewhere. Probably storing it. So, good excuse. You can clean up underneath stuff with it easy. You got the wands. You don't have beater bars most of the time to mess with. You know, you can go in your heater vents, clean your heater vents out over the, you know, if you have little kids, get stuff in there, or pets that may put stuff down those vents. You never know what might end up in them vents. So, that's 10 items. Pretty sure that's all 10. If you think of anything else that you can make a good excuse from the other or significant other to get for, you know, especially right now with sales that we're seeing for these holiday seasons, put them in the comments down below, because there's probably more items that you can use around the house or around the garage that could be used in the house for different things as well. So, with that being said, guys, I want you to have a happy holidays. This video was mostly made for a joke. Yes, I do use a mixer to mix stuff, but I have a clean mixer in the house. I use it. I don't want this to be meant to be something that is a take my word for it. You know, you're doing this on your own if you do. I'm just making this a lighthearted, you know, holiday thing. A lot of people are stressed for the holiday seasons past couple years, or just in general. So I thought I'd make something a little bit funny and give you guys something to laugh about. Maybe get your mind off of everything. And if you want to use them, go for it. But I'm not responsible if you get whacked whenever that special someone opens up the Makita drill or the Hart wet dry vac that's on sale for like $29 at Walmart underneath there for the holidays, or a tarp saying, hey, here's your new shower curtain, honey. I'm not responsible for that. So I'm going to catch you guys later. Happy holidays, like I said. Stay safe out there, and God bless.